You scrolled through Instagram and saw a nice drawing and was like, how does he do that? Well, today we are looking at some of the best digital artists and how they really draw. Alright, let's start with someone y'all wanted. wlop. Known for his mesmerizing fantasy and anime-inspired art, wlop's journey to mastery is truly inspiring. But now let's take a closer look at how he starts his drawing. First of all, he starts with a very rough sketch. And what I notice is that he isn't connecting his lines. He's more like drawing over it. Does it make sense? I hope so. As we can see in this example, he starts sketching the kind of deer first and then the character. I mean, obviously it makes sense, because how would you know how high your character is sitting? For his portraits, he is also using the same technique, rough sketch, no connecting lines. After he's done with his majestic sketch, he starts filling out the sketch with its basic color. And he does that because of the clipping mask, because now when he draws, he just draws on the based colors and not on the white screen, for example. I know that is basic stuff, but maybe some of you don't know that, so now you know. When he filled his sketch, he starts with the shadows. And no, he isn't just shading some basic stuff, he's literally making a black and white drawing. And this technique is actually very smart. Basically, you're doing the worst/hardest part first. The first benefit you get is that you instantly see if your drawing makes sense or not. But the bigger benefit is that your coloring stage will be a lot easier to accomplish, because everything is already shaded. After he is done with the character, he starts with the background, and for that he is using the same black and white technique. It's still crazy for me how experienced this guy is. So when he's done with the sketching stage, he finally starts with the coloring stage. And spoiler, it gets even crazier. And no, today I'm not clapping my hands. First of all, he set up the color curves so the drawing looks much more vibrant. Then he starts with coloring the character. Firstly, he starts with the skin, then the clothing. After he puts some basic colors on it, he draws some very rough details. And we can see, it's like in the last episode with Sam, he draws very simplified and very efficient. And what I noticed is that he's not only using the color curves for the black and white drawing, he also uses it in the coloring stage. So the lighting and the colors are even more perfect. Finally, we are at the detailing stage. And oh boy, that is something else. What should I say, guys? The details are just amazing. I mean, so many small details that takes definitely insane patience. If something looks kinda off, or he isn't really happy with it, like for example with the legs of the deer, he just selects the legs and moves and rotates the legs like you want. Finally, he draws the highlights. In this example, the antler? Antler? Is that how it's spelled? I don't know. But in this example, it's the antler of the deer. And as we can see, it makes the drawing much more interesting, much more vibrant. And he's pretty much done with his drawing. And by the way, if you like this video, I would highly appreciate if you would like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now let's shift our focus to the brilliant mind of Sinix Design. Renowned for his educational content and unique approach to art, Sinix has left an indelible mark on the digital art community. And now let's explore how he draws. And here is it a little bit different, because Sinix has many different techniques to start his drawing. He starts his drawing by kind of sculpturing. That means that he doesn't need a sketch. He just instantly starts with the colors. It means that he draws the form of, for example, the character. Then he takes a darker or a lighter color and literally sculptures the character or whatever he's drawing. So it's a very quick process. The only two stages that I'm missing is the rendering stage and the detailing stage. So let's start with the render stage. He just smudges every sharp edge so everything looks nice and smooth. So basically nothing new. Finally, the detailing stage. He puts some highlight on his skin and you know, he details the mouth, for example, or the eyes. You know what I mean, it's nothing new. The second technique is basically the normal technique. You know, sketch, basic colors, coloring, rendering, detailing, you know that stuff. But in comparison with wlop, it's a whole other world. I mean, look at the face of wlop and look at the face of Sinix. It's just crazy for me that he goes from this to this. After he's done with his simple sketch, he firstly paints the background so he directly know where the light source is. When he's done with that, he starts filling the sketch with the basic colors. You know guys, it's always the same process, and yeah, it's always like basic colors, shadings. But what I also like on Sinix is that he's always using very vibrant colors. That was it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you so much on the support on the last videos. I really appreciate it. So like and subscribe. Peace out.